pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Seated. Roll call of officers.
Yes. Mr. Speaker?
Here.
Mr. Felden?
Here.
Ms. Paskowitz? And Mr. Baumgartner?
Here.
Thank you.
Do we have any guests?
We do, Mr. Chair. We have Holly Hamilton, and she's on the agenda. She'll be making a presentation later on in the meeting.
Do we have the approval of the minutes from the last meeting? Do we have any questions? Do we have any questions about approving for the minutes of the last meeting? No? None. Unfinished business?
I make a motion to accept as written.
I'll second.
Unfinished business is the America 250 monument location discussion.
Mr. Chair, we have Holly Hamilton here to make a presentation that's loaded on the that you'll be able to see on your monitors.
Hi again. Thank you. I have with me today Kaylee Kelly. She is the state treasurer for the Florida Society, Children of the American Revolution, and also a member of our local society. She's the vice president. All right, so I think the last time we had approved the location, so today we wanted to discuss the final product as much as we can mark it up for you to be able to see. So that's what we've prepared for you today. Go ahead. So just a reminder about America 250. I know we've discussed this previously, but that is ongoing until July 4th, 2026. That's the 250th anniversary of our nation's founding. You can skip through. Just a reminder on the wording, we added here the proposed location, which was discussed before because this will go also before the City Council. But that's the Veterans Circle on the Indian River Drive side across from the Navy Monument on the Indian River Drive, facing the water. We've been working with Mark Feldner. This is the design that we have come up with. This is a 3-foot high, 2.5 foot wide marker of India mahogany, which is a reddish color stone. It will be engraved. It'll have where that circle is will be the insignia that we had shown prior, which is the insignia for the organization that we have national approval to use. And then the wording is what we have discussed previously, but I think as I'm a visual person, it's helpful to see it on what about it's going to look like. It will be hand carved, so it could be slightly, variations in the actual final design of it. But this is the final wording would be the Revolutionary War Patriots. This marker commemorates the men, women, and children who achieved American independence. These patriots, believing in the noble cause of liberty, fought valiantly to found a new nation, 1775 to 1783, presented by the Florida Society, Children of the American Revolution, in honor of the 250th anniversary of the United States. What you see on the bottom is an 8-inch tall base that will also have, the plan is to have a 13-star flag on the front of it, which will look like the Betsy Ross flag in honor of the 13 original colonies. And as we discussed the time frame, providing we can get all the proper approvals, we've discussed with him that we should be able to have it installed by July, providing that they have all the funding. And again, this is fully funded by our society, so this is no cost to the city. And that's pretty much it. If you'd like, I can back up to the design if you'd like to discuss any of the elements in terms of that.
Excuse me. Yes. You said it's going to be installed between the Navy Monument and the lagoon?
It's the place that we had looked at, and I don't know if we have that prior, we had a photo at the last meeting where it's sitting right on the outside circle where there's nothing right now, right about, I believe there's it's like right across from the US Navy, so it would be kind of facing the Navy.
Yeah. Thank you.
That one.
So, Mr. Chair, if I may, what staff needs is a motion and a vote on agreement with location and design. We will take that then to council on August 28th for final approval so that they can go to work.
All in favor of
I make a motion, we
make a
approve.
motion that it be put where Ms. Hamilton said? Say aye.
Aye.
Yes.
Do you need a vote on the design as well? They two separate votes.
I believe it would probably be appropriate to do just a consensus on the design so there's no question.
I make a motion that we accept the design that's been presented before us today. Kim?
Yes.
Second? So be it.
If it's okay, I would like to add for any editorial needs to make changes due to if they have to change the font or something like that. Would that be okay? If in the final design, would we need to come back if he needs to change something in the font or something like that? One of those little details.
You turned yourself off.
Okay. I think it should be fine. He's done monuments for the city before, and he knows what you expect. So I know you guys have worked with him. I think he's done the latest Gold Star one that, so you're familiar with his work, but just in case. Okay. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you
being
for your
here.
time and help.
Good luck with it.
Mr. Chair, let's go to new business if you don't mind. To item A, and what I really want to talk about is all the upcoming events we've got between now and Veterans Day to make sure that we have it on our calendars and that we're prepared for you. Whether we need to provide, not that we'll get into that minutia now, but we just want to make sure that we have the right dates and we're ready for you when we need to be. And I just put Veterans Day down there as a marker. But I understand there's going to be several more between now and Veterans Day. So I just want to get those clearly down so we can get them on our calendar. And maybe which organization's in charge of the planning.
Do we have a list of what we have going? Kim?
Right, the POWMIA is September 20th. And then the Gold Star Mothers is September 29th. Not sure what days those are. So,
Yeah, we don't necessarily need to know the day, just the date.
okay,
So
that's for September.
if the POWMIA's, who's in charge, which organization's in charge of that?
I guess the VFW, because the Gold Star Mothers, I believe the American Legion wanted to do that, on the Gold Star Mothers. Is that correct?
Yes.
Rick?
Yeah, Peter's going to run the Gold Star Mothers.
Okay, so the VFW will have the POWMIA.
And then Veterans Day, who is in charge of Veterans Day.
If I remember correctly, the Legion did it last year,
yes.
so it would be the
And we
VFW's turn.
did, okay.
You did Memorial Day, so we reversed them this year.
So we're going to reverse the 9/11 and the Veterans Day then?
9/11 is kind of up for grabs.
Well, I know the VFW did it last year.
Yeah, and Pete usually does it. We could take it from the Legion. That should be an issue.
And then then the VFW will do Veterans Day. Then we'll just reverse it, like
Yeah.
you said. Okay, that's fine.
So who's going to be in charge of 9/11?
Legion.
And then the Veterans Day will be the VFW.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else?
I did want to say something. For the last time we had a service at the park, there was no shade for the veterans, and it was pretty hot out there, and the bleachers were hot. So is there any way we can kind of do some coverings of some sort? Especially during the hot months, because they were dying out there.
Yeah, well, I'll get with staff and figure out what we can do.
Okay.
It's not too,
'Cause there's
not
no
getting in the
shade.
way.
Everybody was underneath the oak tree.
Yeah.
Additionally, we can't just have one speaker and one loudspeaker. Everyone out there can hear us, but the people behind us can't hear us. There's got to be 2 or 3 additional loudspeakers. Just a request, because people have come up and said, we didn't hear a word that you said. So that needs to be brought up.
I'll bring that to the attention of those in charge of that part.
Anything else? Do you have any visitors that would talk? Question? Sir?
I have nothing.
I'm good.
Me too.
Now, just for the board's edification, the next meeting is November 4th.
Okay, so we'll be looking.
Many thanks to the city for the parade support.
Mike? So let the button go, Gary. It's on.
Many thanks to the city for what they did for the 4th of July parade. It was extremely hot. Unfortunately, there's no shade, there's no trees, there's no buildings, but we were able to get through it. And thank you again for your support. Anyone else? If no one else has anything else, motion to adjourn.
Okay,
Thank you for your support.
Thank you all.
thank you.